Okay. Oh. Oh. ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः सुष्ठुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो वरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयम् करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करम् लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करम् शङ्कराचार्यम् केशवम् बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयम् नमामि चिन्मयम् देवम् सद्गुरुम् ब्रह्मविद्वरम्.
Hari Om. Thank you, Vidya. Hari Om to all.
I'll chant the verses now or later?
No, later on. Let us. Shanti part is to be completed. No, right? So, this is the second session we are having immediately because we have to cover up. As this Sunday, Swamiji will start from the fourth verse. So, we'll have to complete 3 verses today. So, let us see what we have done till now and complete the Shanti part, remaining portion. So, we are doing Mundakopanishad, which appears in Atharva Veda mantra portion. We last time saw what is the significance of the name Mundaka, that is head or shaven head, and we also saw the significance of shaven head, less attachments, also the Vrata part, and the Brahma Vidya portion is representation of the head. Then we saw Prasthanatrayi last time, foundational text. Upanishad, revealed knowledge, Shruti. Bhagavad Gita, Smruti knowledge, authored knowledge called as Smruti. And Brahma Sutra, that is Nyaya Praman, which is knowledge through logical reasoning. Then we also saw Anubandha Chatushtaya last time. In the last session, what is the Vishaya of the Upanishad? What is the Prayojana, purpose of studying? Third, what is the Sambandha of this text to the Prayojana? And also the fourth aspect of Anubandha Chatushtaya, that is Adhikari. And Adhikari actually in bracket in Upanishad comes Sadhana Chatushtaya. So Anubandha Chatushtaya is Vishaya, Prayojana, Sambandha, Adhikari, and Sadhana Chatushtaya it comes Vivek, Vairagya, Shata Sampatti, Mumukshatvam. Four aspects. Upanishad meaning we saw Upa going near to a guru. Right now we are having online, but still it is better to have online rather than see the recording. But the best is to go near sit closer with reverence, respect, tuning. Ni, that is the nishtha, and shad, we saw three meanings: to lead, to remove ignorance, and that ignorance removal is done by the Guru. Guru means one who removes the ignorance. What is a core knowledge? What all Upanishads give? Only in one line, one sentence: my real nature is Sat Chit Ananda and not body, mind, intellect. This is a core knowledge of all Upanishads. When we saw four purposes of Shanti Mantra, number one, invoking deities. Number two, quietening the mind before we study the Upanishad because so many things happens in the background. Number three, removing three obstacles from three sources. And the fourth one, most importantly, where there is love, respect, mutual love and respect between two, the knowledge can get transferred. That is the tuning of the mind between the teacher and the taught. These are the four purposes where the Guru and the Shishya both used to chant the Shanti Mantra in the Vedic period. Then we saw what is the mantra meaning. Manana Trayate iti mantra. How this mantra protect us? Trayate means protect us. Only when we reflect on this knowledge will protect us. So if I don't reflect on this knowledge, these are the sessions what we are going to have for reflection, where there will be discussion, question, answers. When that knowledge becomes ours, then only it will protect us. When the situation comes, Arjun had all Brahma knowledge, but when the situation came, he got confused. Then we saw Shanti Mantra of Atharva Ved, which just now Vidya chanted, Om Bhadram Karnebi. In that we saw half the portion where it starts with Om Bhadram Karnebi, where the invitation to Lord, prayer to Lord is to ensure that whatever comes on my senses, let it be Bhadra, that is auspicious. Also, our responsibility is whatever comes on our senses, our interpretation must be in such a way that it helps me to grow spiritually. Very important point. Then we saw what is the difference between listening and hearing, and also what is auspicious seeing, what is auspicious listening. To do when we have request to God that let me hear and let me see, our own responsibility is that I must also talk auspicious. So those who are spiritual seekers, they normally do not entertain three C's: complaining, cribbing, criticizing. These three spiritual seeker, if entertains, then the mind cannot remain quieter. The next part of the invocation mantra is Thirai Rangai Sushtuvagam Sastanubhi. May we have hale, hearty limbs. This is one of the most beautiful prayers of Vedic times. Because many spiritual sadhaks, when they learn initially, I am not the body, I am not the mind, they do not take care of the body. And when we discuss with them, they say, no, Vedanta says don't take care of the body. So why this body must be taken care? Because then only we can offer our services to God through this body. If the body is not healthy, all the time I'm taking care of my body, how will I take care of other people's body? That is number one. Second, this body must be healthy and hearty, not only for bhoga. For bhoga also, body must be healthy. I can't eat this, I can't do this, I can't walk here, I can't do that because body is not healthy. So for bhoga also it is required. But not only for bhoga, for seva also. What is to be done for healthy body? Exercise daily. In Bhagavad Gita also, ahar, vihar, both are recommended. Why this is specifically told to Upanishadic student? Because Upanishadic student, when they read so much of Brahman and Maya and Avidya, and one forgets to take care of the body and mind here and now. So what are the basic things I can do? I must sleep like a baby. The moment I hit the bed, not turning here, turning there for 2 hours, no sleep. If I do proper exercise, eat sattvic food, and act in balance, that means moderation. What is the parameter of healthy body and mind? Doctor is there now, I cannot go wrong. For spiritual, when we are able to forget it when in meditation, that is a spiritual parameter to be healthy. If the body, this part is paining, that part is paining, how will we transcend the mind? So when we sit for meditation, I must be able to forget the body, and that can only happen if body is not demanding any attention, any part of the body is not demanding any attention. Second, transactional level, strength, stamina, stretch. These three must be part of our body. Mind must be subtle, sharp, and silent. 3S in both. Body 3S, mind 3S. These are must. Because when we have Vivek Vairagya, Shata Sampatti, Mumukshatva, we have to have this. Because without a subtle, sharp, silent mind, how will we grasp the essence of this? Because the question what is asked by Shaunaka is very, very interesting. What is by knowing that I will know everything on that one question? Entire Upanishad, 63 mantras are there, 61 mantras. What is the resolve? I must maintain the body, but I must not keep talking about the body, mind. When the moment I meet somebody, I only talk about this is happening, that is happening. I am sad, I am angry, I am this, I am not feeling good, but this is happening to the body. Gurudev used to say, why are you discussing so much? Discuss about Brahman, God, Seva. Next, Vyashema Devaitam Yadahu. This is a very, very interesting one. May we have entire allotted span of our life, which is spent in service. Once Gurudev went to one devotee and after having the bhiksha, the person there asked Ashirwad. He told, may the grandfather die, may the father die, may the child die. That devotee told, what kind of Ashirwad you are giving? He told, I am giving Ashirwad because it should go in order. And Guruji adds one more thing that never tell God कि भगवान अभी उम्र बस हो गया. I don't want more life. Never say that because Bhagavan says, why are you taking my responsibility? Because sometimes, many times, I have discussed this question which people ask, somebody is not dying for 89, 90, 98, 100. And there are people who die at 20, 25, 30, 40, 15. Why? Because that is God's job, not our job. So, Vyashema Devahitam Yadayu means Bhagwan, whatever entire allocated span given to me, may I live completely. I am not asking more, I am not asking less. Very, very important prayer. And then for what should I do? I must be always your instrument in doing your work. What is being an instrument? Living and spreading dharma. Dharmo rakshati rakshita. One who spreads the dharma, knowledge, then the knowledge and dharma protects this person. So all the time I must think that what can I do? What is the capacity I got? No, but I cannot talk like this. But I can get more people. I can give books. I can buy books and give. So there are hundreds of things I can do. Resolve. 3S again. So first we saw stamina, stretch, strength of body. Then we saw subtle, silent and sharp of the mind. And 3S, Swadhyaya, Seva, Sadhana. Spiritual seeker actually spends his lifetime into 3Ss. Swadhyaya, Seva and Sadhana. Sadhana for some upasana, some japa, seva, something I must do without expecting anything in return. And Swadhyaya, every day I must study some Bhagavad Gita, some Praman Vichar, some Upanishad, some study I must do regularly. And then I should serve. Whom I should serve? Jagata Ishadi Yukta Sevana Brahmana Morshi. This world, people, it is very easy to love God. It is very easy to love dog. D-O-G, G-O-D. Very easy. It is most difficult to love people. I was having discussion with Dr. Narayan some time back. What is important is, especially for spiritual sadhak, is to smile and have beautiful, loving relationships. Otherwise, everybody, like after reading some Upanishad, we start like behaving like Brahman. Nirvikar, Nirvishesh, walking, no smile, and I walk in my own thing. No, no, I am Brahman, and others are Murkha. Only I am Brahman. So, Ramana Maharshi says that do seva of world. And Gurudev's message to us is that what you have is his gift to you. What you do with what you have is your gift unto him. And we have got so many things, body, mind, intellect, so much of money. We don't have to think what is the next meal coming from. So much of comfort what we have got. And now from four deities, cosmic gods, we have asked Swasti and then Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So from whom are we asking? From Indra Bhagwan, from Pusha, that is sun god, from Swastina star Kshav, that is Garuda Bhagwan, and then Bruhaspati. Now what is being asked from all these four? Swasti. What is the meaning of Swasti? Well-being. One person asks, why should I ask Swasti from all these four? I know what is my well-being. But Guruji says basically the whole problem is that I do not know where is my well-being. इसके लिए we land into problems. So why are we asking from Devatas? Because we do not know it. So what is the meaning of overall well-being? So there are different levels of overall well-being. At transactional level, healthy body, cheerful mind, clear intellect is a well-being. Loving relationship, noble goals, strengths and skills, success, happiness, spiritual knowledge in our day-to-day life, growth life. So suppose I am considering myself as growster, then I must have this. This I must strive, and this is out of habit. Now in Bhagavad Gita 18th chapter, those who are listening, we have read one most beautiful part where Bhagavan says that happiness is a habit. You have to develop it. At national level, what is a well-being? Prosperity, happiness, ethical, well-protected country. And at Paramarthik level, what is a well-being? Atyantik Dukkha Nivrutti Paramananda Prapti. So we must have clarity at all levels. What is the overall well-being? There is no confusion between what is well-being. Now what has been asked? From Indra Devata, who is Indra? Indra is king of Devatas. In Tattva Bodh, Indra is deity of hands. Because I have lot of knowledge, but I have to do some work to become successful. May our efforts lead to success, and that efforts are done by the hands. And Devata of the mind, people have lot of knowledge but no passion and lot of attachment, so I don't get success. Guruji says this is actually a success formula. Om Badram Karnevi. Surya Devata. Surya Devata knows everything because Surya Devata is then since Vedic period. In Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga, Satya Yuga, Surya Devata is there. So it's a preceding deity of eyes. So what is the meaning of eyes? May we have higher noble vision. Garuda Devata. Unobstructed movement as Lord Vishnu's vehicle. It can just go in seconds anywhere where Vishnuji wants. Tarksha means whatever goal I have, transactional goals, national goals, spiritual goal, there must not be any obstacles. And if obstacles comes, then I am requesting Garuda Bhagwan because he can move fast to remove all obstacles from my path, and I must not stop till the goal is reached. As Vivekananda says, stagnation is death. And then Brihaspati. Who is Brihaspati? Lord of speech and knowledge. Actually, there are gods and there are gods guru. So they are also in heaven also, suppose I go. There also there is school, college, and Brihaspati is the teacher there. And there are 3 peace invocations. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So, why 3? Because first one is done louder. Adi Daivik, for universal unknown sources. No control I have. IMD prediction, red alert. Orange alert. Tsunami, earthquake, no control. Then Adi Bhautik from surrounding. Right now you are listening, some bell comes, some bike comes, somebody comes and disturbs us. There are many people who want to attend this knowledge, but so many problems. Adi Bhautik. And then if these two are there, right now we are having this session at 9 o'clock after dinner. Laziness, sleep. I can see so many people having videos on yawning, uh, losing interest, then losing attention. This all comes from within. So, Adhyatmic. So, Shanti, 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 how it is to be chanted? Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Because the first one is for the Adi Daivik, which is louder. Medium is for Adi Bhautik, which is for the surrounding. And Adhyatmic only I must listen to it. So, what is the formula for success which Guruji gives here? Spiritual knowledge we must have. Without that, suppose I get married, do job, do business, there is going to be a problem. Then there has to be a noble goal. Then there has to be knowledge of the world and strengths and skills. So these all deities are asked specific things. So the beauty here is that one deity is selected and one thing is asked from that deity only. This also I must actually understand whom to ask what. I must not discuss my health problems to anybody. I must only discuss with the doctor. And what is the quality of the mind required for the Upanishad learning? Peaceful, alert, sharp. That's the reason these three Shantis. So with that, we completed the beautiful Shanti mantra, Shanti part of the Atharva Veda. So I would request Vidya to say the first mantra.
प्रथमं मुण्डकं प्रथमः खण्डः ब्रह्मादेवानां प्रथमः सम्बभूव विश्वस्य कर्ता भुवनस्य गोप्ता स ब्रह्मविद्यां सर्वविद्या प्रतिष्ठाम् अथर्वाय ज्येष्ठपुत्राय प्राह
Once more. Om is
ब्रह्मादेवानां
there. Vidya, Om before that.
Okay. ॐ ब्रह्मादेवानां प्रथमः सम्बभूव विश्वस्य कर्ता भुवनस्य गोप्ता स ब्रह्मविद्यां सर्वविद्या प्रतिष्ठाम् अथर्वाय ज्येष्ठपुत्राय प्राह.
Beautiful. Thank you, Vidya. So that Om word is very important because Om means Brahman. And from Nirgun, Nirakar, Brahman, this is not Brahma, Brahma. So Brahma is Hiranyagarbha. So those who are writing notes, those who are listening, they have to listen carefully because this is where the confusion is there. And this topic is going to be discussed in detail. Nirgun and Sagun. So Om means Brahman. Nirgun, Nirakar, Akarta, Abhokta. And Brahma, that is Hiranyagarbha, maker of the universe and the preserver of the 14 worlds, was the first one to be born. And why it is called Brahma? Because it is very close to Brahmin, Brahman. So Brihatvat. Brihatvat means the biggest. So Brahma is the biggest. Biggest in what? It is the first and it is the biggest. In Dharma, Jnana, Vairagya, Aishwarya. And those last time we saw in the class that Bhagavan has 6 bhagas. That is Yasha and Splendor. So it becomes 6. Dharma, Jnana, Vairagya, Aishwarya, Yasha and Shri. This is for Bhagavan. So Brahmaji first born. There is no mother, father, there is no Papa Punya, there is no Dharma, Adharma account, and Brahmaji is born with total freedom, Swayambhu. he told his eldest son Atharva about Brahma Vidya, the knowledge of Brahman, Purusha, Akshara, not Nashvara. And who is a Purusha? The definition of Purusha in Sanskrit is one who is Purna is Purusha. And what is this knowledge? This is a foundation of all knowledges. So this is the literal meaning of this verse. So what is the meaning? From Nirgun, Om, firstborn is the Brahmaji, and Brahmaji gave this knowledge to his eldest son, Atharva. Some people ask, no, Brahmaji was not married, how he got son? Manasa Putra. Manasa Putra. Brahmaji had many Manas Putra. Naradji is his Manas Putra. Sanak Kumar's Manas Putra. And what he did, what is mentioned here, is that he gave this Brahma Vidya to his eldest son. So one of the important thing to all parents and grandparents, what we should give to our children? Brahma Vidya. But I only do not know, so I have to learn and give to children. Now the important point in this is what is Brahma Vidya? Foundation of all knowledge, because this is going to be the core of this entire Mundakopanishad. Para Apara Vidya is the main topic. So foundation of all Vidya, Sarva Vidya Pratishtha. Why? Because this Vidya gives us total fulfillment, total liberation, and it is a changeless knowledge. This will come in detail. All of us have gone to school, gone to college, got married, children, we have house, car, but that inside there is something which is incomplete. There is a lack. It is not total fulfillment. Why? Because that is based on the Apara Vidya. Now here what we are going to study is Paravidya, which is the Brahma Vidya, foundation of all knowledge. What is the definition of knowledge? Sa Vidya ya Vimuktaye. Knowledge is that which liberates. Whatever knowledge we take, history, geography, biography, engineering, science, astronomy, it will give us some kind of knowledge to earn money, to be comfortable, but that knowledge will not liberate us from Shoka, Moha, Bhaya, Krodha. So what is the definition of the knowledge given in Vedanta? Savidya ya vimukte. That knowledge is that which liberates. And then Swamiji took this topic, that what is the first knowledge what we have in. What is the first knowledge? First knowledge is that I know that I am. I am is the first knowledge. And he gave two very beautiful lines on this. Undiscovered obvious knowledge. Forgotten eminent knowledge. Suppose you go into a room and then somebody tells you, okay, get that flower pot at 12 o'clock at night and the room is dark, and you tell, no, I cannot see where the flower pot is. And then the person who is outside says, okay, but do you know that you are there? Yes, I am there. How do you know you are there? Very important question to think over, ponder over. How do I know that I am there? Do I require Vedas for this knowledge? No, Vedas are also required. I am is the first knowledge. Vedas are required, knowledge is required to know who is that I. I'll repeat. To know that I am, I do not require any Shastra. But to know who is that I require Shastra. And that is what will be the answer. You might say you are disclosing the secret of the movie. What is a movie? This is a suspense movie. What is a suspense? Shaunak ji is going to ask, what is that knowing by one thing I will know everything? What is a suspense? If I know myself, I know everything. So eldest son, Atharva. Atharva means there is a Atharva Upanishad also. What is the meaning of Tharva? Tharva means shaking. Fear. Atharva means no shaking, no fear. Fearlessness. Atharva. Then Vidya, can we go ahead? So now Brahmaji told this knowledge to his eldest son Atharva. Now further what happened to this knowledge? We will see. Mantra number 2.
अथर्वणेयां प्रवदेत ब्रह्मा अथर्वातां पुरोवाचाङ्गिरे ब्रह्मविद्यां स भारद्वाजाय सत्यवहाय प्राह भारद्वाजोऽङ्गिरसे परावराम्
One more time.
अथर्वणेयां प्रवदेत ब्रह्मा अथर्वातां पुरोवाचाङ्गिरे ब्रह्मविद्यां स भारद्वाजाय सत्यवहाय प्राह भारद्वाजो अङ्गिरसे परावराम्.
Very beautiful, Vidya. Very nice chanting. The knowledge of Brahman about which Brahma told Atharva. Atharva in olden times gave it to Angir. Angir taught to Satyavaha. Satyavaha belonged to this Bharadwaj clan, lineage. And Satyavaha taught it to Angiras. So what is the sequence what we have got? Brahmaji taught to Atharva, Atharva taught to Angir, Angir taught to Satyavaha, who is from Bharadwaj clan, and then Satyavaha taught to Angiras, who is the Acharya of the Mundakopanishad. I am not interested in knowing who taught. I want to know why this is important to me. Why should I know who taught to whom, who taught to whom? Suppose we read Mahabharat. Where does Mahabharat starts? Who told to whom? That is where the Mahabharat starts, and the story starts later on. But why it has been told here, first two mantras are talking about glorification of Guru Parampara. So Guru Parampara started with Brahmaji here. And when we chant Sada Shiva Samarambham, we are mentioning that the Guru Parampara started from Shivji. And the knowledge, what we are getting right now of this Mundaka Upanishad was told by Brahmaji. So how long? Several lakhs of years, not even thousands. And now it is coming in the pristine form as it is to us. Paravaram. That word is very important. Paravaram in this because indeed is transferred unadulterated. And not only the knowledge of Brahman is given, the knowledge of world also is given. Why this importance of Guru Parampara? Because very clear instruction given that Shruti knowledge should not be learned on one's own. I know so many people, they will pick up and buy some Upanishad and start reading on their own. It is not very easy. It is not going to give us the essence. And Swami Advainanji also emphasized on this point twice that why is this mentioned? Because this should not be learnt on one's own. That I just go on YouTube today and then listen to one Swamiji on Kathopanishad, then another Swamiji on another Upanishad, and say this Swamiji told like that, this Swamiji told like that. Finally, I remain confused. So, that's one reason. Second, the purpose of Upanishad is to remove ego, and this ego removal will be done by the Guru. And that's the reason when we see this next verse, so we have reached till Angiras. Now Angiras is going to be met by Shaunak ji. And Shaunak ji is a seeker who is a Grihastha. That we will see how we have figured out. But how he approaches and then how he surrenders and then asks one question to Angiras. And then what Angiras has told is the entire Mundaka Upanishad. Second thing, what Swamiji told, Guru has no right to change the original knowledge. There is one story what I had heard Shankaracharya while doing Bhashya, he saw one grammatical mistake in the Shruti. But he kept it like that because Shruti should not be changed. Because it is Shruti, revealed knowledge to the Rishis. And these Rishis got it from Lord himself. As we last time saw, that if you tomorrow make a new model of phone, when you are giving it to the world market, you will have to give that phone with the manual. And who will make the manual? The creator himself. If you tomorrow discover a new recipe, you will write the recipe. Who will write the recipe? Who makes it? Who creates it? So who created this world? Brahmaji. So who has given this knowledge? Brahmaji himself. So we must listen from that perspective, and we must get those hair standing that what knowledge we are receiving is coming from such high lineage. Second reason, last time we spoke in the class that, somebody is learning singing, somebody is learning cricket. Suppose somebody says, where did you learn singing? No, no, I learned in my Chembur building or Ghatkopar building. Nobody is going to listen. But tomorrow you're going to say that, no, no, I went to Sachin Tendulkar, then Virat Kohli, and then this Surya Kumar Yadav. They taught me cricket. And then suppose I start talking about cricket, you will listen. Especially singers and dancers, they will mention, whom did you learn? No, no, I learned from Bhimsen Joshi, then Kishori Amankar. How many days? One day. But one day Bhimsen Joshi means there is some, learn from Bhimsen Joshi. So there is some pride when we say that this lineage knowledge I am learning. Why it has been mentioned? To complete this topic, the first topic what this Upanishad has taken is glorification of the Guru Parampara, inspiring us to study this time-tested knowledge, because so many people have got liberated, and to create that respect, interest, faith and admiration. Four things. That it is not an ordinary knowledge, it is the highest, and it is also called as Rahasya, secret. So we come to the third question. Till here Swamiji has covered. So now Brahmaji to Angir, Angir to Satyavaha, Satyavaha to Angiras, and now one householder is coming and asking one question to Angirasji. Yes, Vidya.
शौनको ह वै महाशालः अङ्गिरसं विधिवत् उपसन्नः पप्रच्छ कस्मिन्नु भगवो विज्ञाते सर्वमिदं विज्ञातं भवतीति शौनको ह वै महाशालः अङ्गिरसं विधिवत् उपसन्नः पप्रच्छ कस्मिन्नु भगवो विज्ञाते सर्वमिदं विज्ञातं भवतीति
Kasmin tu bhagavo vidyate sarvamidam vidyatam bhavatiti. So knowing one, what will I know? Can I know everything? What a beautiful question. So who has come now in the scene? Shaunak ji has come into scene. And then very interestingly, last time uh, Vaishali or somebody asked that question, that Shaunak ji is not a rishi. Shaunak ji is a householder, Grihastha. But what kind of householder? He is Mahashalo. Shaunako ha vai Mahashalo. Mahashalo means he is great, he is successful, and is a householder, and now he has approached the Rishi that time who was there, Angiras, in the proper manner, Vidhivat. What is Vidhivat? Swamiji has said that when we go to four people, we should not go empty-handed. In the last session, Swami Advainanji mentioned, who are these four people? Raja. Second, Guru. Third, Bala. And fourth, God. So when we go to a temple, we should carry some fruits. When we go to a child, we should not go empty-handed. Some chocolate, some Cadbury, something what the child wants. Then Guru and Raja. Whenever we approach these four people, we must carry. So Shaunak ji came with all these kind of things, properly prostrated. And Mahashalo means what? Shaunak can be a title. There are many Shaunaks, but this Shaunak is that Shaunak in the Bhagavad. We have no, connection there. He is wealthy. He is having lot of success, lot of shala like Gaushala, etc., experience. Now, very, very important point to note why that Mahashalo is been mentioned. because he is successful and great, so he would have got one knowledge. What kind of knowledge? He has got the knowledge to be successful and happy in this world, but still he is feeling some emptiness, some incompleteness. Second, approaching a guru. Approaching a guru means properly. One of the example is that whenever we meet doctor on the road or somewhere in the theater, we will say, doctor, this is paining, that is paining. But that is not the way to approach the doctor. Doctor has to be approached with an appointment. And why that we do? Because we are not yet troubled by the illness. When we are really troubled by the illness, we will take an appointment and then go properly. Otherwise, when we are not troubled with the illness, the moment I meet a doctor or somebody, then we will start talking about the health. So, with humility, with respect, and proper manner, with offering inner and outer both. Outer, some flowers, some fruits, and inner surrender, respect, and love. So, now, very, very important. Now, this point is the key point here where why it is mentioned Mahashalo. Mahashalo means this Shaunakji has got some kind of knowledge through which he has become successful, great, and happy in the world. But now this Shaunakji is coming and asking Angiras that, Revered Sir, what is that by knowing which all this becomes known? In Bhagavad Gita also this comes, Tad Vidhi Pranipanena Pariprashnena Sevaya. You must, whenever we approach a guru, we must have some questions. And how much we must have? With respect and with seva bhav. So now, important point before we complete today's session, that this question, if we see, it is not ordinary question. This question never came to us, first of all. So we must not look at this Upanishad only as one textbook where we are learning and then studying one more Upanishad. No, no, no. We must wonder that this question didn't come to me in 50, 60, 70 years. How come Shaunakji got this question? Because what would be the possibility? He would have heard one satsang. There, this would have discussed that what is that? If you know this, you will know all. Then it would be out of his knowledge of the world, observations about life, and he would be a mumukshu. So not that he became brahmachari, because last time there was a question whether he became a brahmachari. Not necessarily. He would have asked this question and Guru has immediately given the answer. He would have got the discussion complete and he would be Uttam Adhikari. So that part we are not knowing whether he became a brahmachari or a sannyasi and then he got realization. But the very important point where we complete today is that what is the question? By knowing that one thing, how can I know everything? Is there something like that? So what is that knowledge by knowing which I will know everything? Now, Guru is going to answer in a different way, whether direct, indirect, that we will see next time. And this entire Upanishad is about this aspect. So this is the key to note that what is that knowledge by knowing which I know everything. Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupa vibhur vyapya sarvatra sarvendriyana. Like once I know this, then I can operate through all indriyas. Right now, I'm operating through one indriya. But once I have this knowledge, I become all. So a particular person who attains the highest, he attains finite joys and infinite joys also. Both. So we will wait for Sunday where Swamiji will discuss, and this entire Upanishad is basically answer to this one question. So in every session, my invitation to all sadhak is that please see whatever Angiras Rishi is going to tell, how is it connected to this question? By knowing what, I will know everything. By knowing what, I will know everything. By knowing what, I will know everything. So we will, once we remember this question, then this entire Upanishad becomes very clear to us that how Bhagwan has now taken up this enquiry and discussion, and what he takes up first, and then what, and then how is the process, and then how he's going to conclude this. But this question we will repeat in all sessions, that how this portion of discussion right now going on with this question, because he's answering this question throughout the Upanishad. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम.